back here. So finally, we are here. We are at preseason. We are going to get an Eagles football game tomorrow. Man, this all season. It seemed like it would never end. My gosh, I am so happy football's back. And yes, of course, we will be streaming tomorrow. We stream every Eagles game, preseason, regular season, playoffs, and Super Bowl. And we're going to be doing it again starting tomorrow. And it's good because I'm busting, man. I'm busting. I can't wait for football. And tomorrow, we're going to be popping off, as they say, with this live stream. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be an intense year. You know what I mean? I can't wait for a lot of people to have to shut up about Jalen Hurts. I can't wait to watch the Cowboys' demise again. And I can't wait to watch the Eagles back in the big game. I will say this, though. Today we had a closed walkthrough practice. That's why we weren't streaming this morning. But there was some news during the day with the Eagles. The Eagles, I guess you could say breaking news, butter humping news. But the Eagles are signing a linebacker. The Eagles are signing linebacker Brandon George to a one-year deal per James Simone NFL. George was an undrafted free agent signing with the Chiefs in 2025, missed last season due to an undisclosed injury, had a 9.98 RAS score, and was recently with the Steelers in a minicamp. What can we take from all that? Absolutely nothing. Right now, to me, it's a camp body. It's a camp body. It's somebody that is going to be there getting snaps at the linebacker position. I mean, you got a lot of good linebackers on this team. I mean, you have Jahad Campbell, you have Trotter, you have Bourne, you have Mondon. Like, you have enough guys where they might not want to play a lot of them that much in preseason because they don't want to risk injury. So, yeah, you've got a lot going on in terms of linebacker, but he's coming in, and we'll see what could happen. And really, what we know is going to happen in this preseason game is we know one thing: the Eagles aren't going to play their starters. We know the Ravens. They already said, I think, that they're pretty much not playing their starters, and Nick doesn't. I think I forget the kid's name, but the Texans quarterback playing yesterday. I think he tore his ACL. So those are the kind of things the Eagles are trying to not have happen. So they're not going to play the guys. Me personally, do I think the Eagles should play their starters? I do. I do. Not defensively. I wouldn't worry about my defensive starters. But I think offensively, I think you need reps. I know that they think joint practices is where you're going to get all your reps, but I feel like if you look at the last 2 years the Eagles came into the season, I think they started sluggish. You remember the year we won the Super Bowl, we go to Brazil, we play Green Bay. The big talk was like Jalen Hurts had no interceptions at camp or one. I forget what it ended up being. But it was like this big deal about it, right? Every day Elliott Shore-Parks was talking about it. Big deal. Only to have what happened. He goes out versus Green Bay and throws 2 in the first quarter. But it was clearly because they hadn't played. Now, and then even last year, they just don't. They're just not right the first few weeks. And the offense really with the Eagles didn't get right all year. But I think with a new offense, I think they should get some reps. But I can't get mad at the coach for not playing him. I'm not going to because I understand it. Okay, and one other thing I do understand, I understand this. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. And it's really, really easy to use. All you have to do is pick a player here or there, lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or, like me, you could do the team section. And when we talk about the team section, we're talking about the Eagles and the Ravens. That's right. First preseason game of the year, Eagles play the Ravens. They're 2.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Eagles. I've talked about the depth of this team all week. I think they come in big time. I'm taking the Eagles, 2.5 points. We are going to lock that in. Guarantee. I love it. It's going to be a great play. Now, If you like this or you want to do something similar, all you have to do is download the app in the description, use promo code HMA, and play your first $5 lineup. And if you win, you get $150 in lineup credits. That's $150 if you just win on your $5 lineup. Use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Go check it out, and shout out to Prize Picks. All right, so shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. We really, really appreciate it. And the starters aren't going to play, but there's a lot of interesting matchups in this game. There's a lot of interesting battles going out or going down on this roster. And if I had to guess, if you said, all right, Philly, who's the one guy, you get one guy, who do you want to see the most out there? I'm going to be honest with you. It's my boy, Darius Cooper. That's right. I'm so excited about Darius Cooper because here was a guy last year that came out, nobody expected to make the team, comes out, plays great in preseason, ends up making the squad, gets playing time later in the year. To me, this is part of development. They're developing him. Now, you got to go from year 1 to year 2 with Darius Cooper. You want to see what kind of jump he made. But not only are you looking to see what kind of jump he made from year 1 to year 2, he also has the challenge of having to go up against a lot deeper wide receiver class than he did last year. Sure, you had A.J. Brown, DeVonta Smith, but after that, really wasn't a whole lot there. This year, I think you've got a lot more depth at the wide receivers as a whole. So the fact that he had to come into camp where the odds were stacked even less in his favor as they were the year before, and he developed, and he's shown so far in camp that he's better than all those guys. All right, he's outplayed everybody, except for DeVonta Smith. So the guy has been killing it. I can't wait to see Darius Cooper. I think if he can go out, have a good preseason, he'll make this roster, and eventually he'll get playing time. When will that come? I don't know, but I think the sky's the limit for this kid, and I think a lot of the people on the Eagles do too. And matter of fact, I was listening to Sirianni talk about Darius Cooper, and when you read what he said about Darius Cooper, and then you listen to him actually say it, it makes you really think he likes his kid. He's trying to hold back the excitement. You kind of can't see that when you read. Oh, here's the quote that Nick Sirianni said. It's the way he said it to me. So Darius Cooper, I want to see him probably more than anybody. But I mean, there's a lot of other interesting matchups. You've got the other wide receivers, right? Dontavian Wicks. I want to see what this kid could do. I want to see him go out and make plays. Will he play? I think he will. I think he may get a few snaps. I'm hoping. But then again, who knows? Elijah Moore. It'll be interesting to see those wide receivers. Johnny Wilson. Can he make a play? I also want to see how this offensive line looks. The starters aren't going to play, but we've got a lot of backups. We've got a lot of moving parts coming in here, a brand new offense. So I want to see how that looks as well. Eli Stowers hasn't really done anything in camp. That tight end 2 position is very, very important for the Eagles. I want to see how that unfolds. And then the defensively, of course, I don't think you're going to play your starters. But, I mean, look, how could I not mention UR Bernard? I assume he's going to get some time playing. I'm assuming he's going to get some reps. I'm not really expecting anything. If he makes a couple tackles, I'm going to be, shocked. Okay, the kid's never played in a football game before. So, we got to be patient with him. But, it's kind of like when Jordan Mailata got his shot and he went out the first time. You're like, oh, my God, that's the first time he played and he looked like that. That ain't bad. So we'll see what this kid looks like. The linebackers are very interesting to watch because we're hearing that Jeremiah Trotter is starting to get more reps. I mean, I don't think you're going to have a battle between him and Jaha Campbell, but he's getting a lot more first-team reps than a lot of people thought he would, and it's because he's looked so good. It's not a shot or anything against Jaha Campbell. You have legit competition there. I think the safety position is a very important battle. Those guys are going to have to play, Epps and Carter, because we don't know who the safety is, okay? And the Eagles, if they're going to go out and make a move, make a trade, I think it comes after this game or the next game. They're going to see who's winning that battle, who's running away with it. So very, very important preseason game for the Eagles, especially for a lot of guys on this roster. And there's a lot of guys and a lot of things to look forward to, no doubt about it. It's just going to be nice having football back, isn't it? It's going to be nice that they're out there, and it's going to be nice that Kevin Patullo ain't the offensive coordinator. With that said, take care. Remember, I will be streaming tomorrow. Not sure when we'll start, in either an hour or a half hour beforehand, probably. But we'll see. I might pop in early in that day to talk to you guys football if I get a little time. But with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's how we vision, baby. We're all just living in it. Oh, Mark is getting nervous, baby. He's getting nervous. You know why he's getting nervous? Because Dak is writing checks his ass can't cash. And that's going to be hilarious watching Mark have to try to protect this guy. Well, I think this is a great quote by Dak. He's really put himself out there. But if it was Jalen Hurts or anybody else, how dare he say that he's trying to win the Super Bowl? He has an alarm clock Super Bowl. Like, it's hilarious to me. I love this time of year because you watch Cowboy fans all season. They're all smiling. They're all like happy. We're the best. We're going to be the greatest. Then, they make a lot of fun of everybody talking shit. Then you get to August, and they start to get a little bit nervous, a little bit cranky. They get a lot of videos start coming out. And then you get into the season, they start off good, they get a little bit cocky again. And then December 1st rolls around, the winds of chokiness come in, and the Dallas Cowboys collapse. And to me, the cycle repeats over and over again. I can't wait to see it happen this year. Denzel Washington is out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.